female police officer who has more of an opportunity to connect us to people who can actually help us meet our demands. That's what these officers are setting up for us, because they personally would not be able to get a hold of those people in a timely manner, and that is why we will meet that woman tomorrow. We did request that we meet her at a mutual ground, so it's not in their space. We will be somewhere in Seattle. The meeting will be at 3 p.m. We have confirmed that
they managed to get a meeting.
And Tati will for sure be there. We are going to try to get 3 more of our leaders and our organizers to come in, which includes Miriam and Katie and TK.
Kind of a success.
Come in, and
march on the West Precinct, go inside,
we asked about live
set up a
streaming,
meeting
we
with
asked
the
about
police.
recording. The officers in there told us that that's something we're going to have to discuss with the officer we just talked to tomorrow. So we will let you guys know, but of course we don't want to have any closed conversations. We want to make sure you know exactly what's going
Interesting.
on.
Claiming they got a 3 p.m. meeting with a female officer
we will talk
tomorrow.
So that when we go in there, we are prepared. We're going to reach out to other organizers.
That they're going to try to record it or live stream it.
So we can collectively send a message there that covers everything that we are all trying to accomplish, not just our group here alone, because we want to be organized. They want us to look stupid. They want us to look disorganized so that they can get that advantage. Be like, look, they don't even know shit. No, we gonna show up with facts. We gonna show up with information and courage, and we are going to represent us and you guys the best that we can. Okay? And we
Interesting. So three black women just came out of the West Precinct. They had been inside talking to police. They came out and said they've got a meeting with the Seattle Police Department tomorrow at 3 p.m.
The intent of the meeting is to speak with an officer who can pass on our message.
Ran over?
Not have those connections, pretty much. So they have that one connection that we will see tomorrow about bringing more connections to people in media, the mayors, all, so that we can actually discuss things with them. They are the ones who signed the bill. They are the ones who control
the moment of silence, and the next thing you know, we're all quiet, and we just hear somebody saying, hey, like smacking on the hood, and this dude just keeps going, and then he hit his window because the fucking dude was trying to run him over, and then he just had like 3 people on his hood, drove all the way down here from Winn-Dixie, and then the cops got up to him, I guess. I didn't see everything, but I saw the man that hit him get into his car and drive off. That might be him. No, that's not. I don't want to say that.
So this is all for free. If you want.
We're going. All right, can you Google that for me?
Not a whole lot going on. It's a pretty.
Allow for two-way traffic in the precinct. They want to keep those barriers, but they want to take out all the other barriers.
They said two-way traffic. This is two-way.
Yeah, so they want to create two-way traffic. So on top of them keeping that, what that would look like is they would actually push them in closer. Like, so they're not at the yellow line right now, but they will be on the yellow line to create.
I hear people. Yeah.
Orient!
People be trying to run people over everywhere, apparently.
1.4.
1.4?
1.4K.
What's that mean?
1.4 people.
Bro, I got a concussion, man. You got it.
1.4 thousand people.
Okay.
What's going on?
Right now, if you see this video, come out to Orient Road Jail. A peaceful protest. Like I just told her, I'm not going to use peaceful because we're not at peace. We're enraged right now.
Yep.
You know? He was hit by a vehicle. Protesters chased the car to get the license plate. TPD showed up on scene and they arrested the protester and let the guy who hit him go away. We're demanding 2 things when we get to Orient. 1, immediate medical care for our comrade. 2, his release. That's what I just said. If you see us, if you see this video, head to Orient right now. We got about 100 people heading there right now. We need more people. It's time that we start demanding justice and not letting them do what they want. They hit his car.
Yeah, I saw.
They hit his car.
All right, we're on the way.
All right, see you there.
I don't like Orient Road.
That is compromised, so people could drive past here every night and shoot at us. So the cops can come park up right here. So the cops can come park up right here and pick us up when they want. So right now I'm walking around the street smoking. Do you think I want a cop to come tell me to put that where? No. Fuck no. That's what they want. Anybody that is like, that's living in those buildings over there. That's the problem, you feel me? They think that this is a problem. They think people out here every day that's peacefully protesting is the problem. They're sick. You wanna know why they're sick? Because they could watch a video of a man dying by the police and still back them up. Those are some sick people, you feel me? So therefore, I feel like we're real and we're all uniting right now. This is beautiful. Yesterday I didn't have nobody like this around me, and now look at this today. Tomorrow I want to see more faces. More faces. I heard something about 72 hours. We're supposed to leave, or there's going to be a sweep. We're not going nowhere. Do you understand that? How did we get here? Forcefully. And how are we going to stay here? Forcefully. So what is going to change? What is going to change if they come with...
Laser pointers are coming out, so officers moving in. Looks like this truck doesn't know where to go because the barricade's in front of them, so it's like the officers are moving forward now. Moving forward pretty quickly. We're watching Teeps Gaming, you can see up here on Twitch, so watching that broadcast out of Portland, you can see the green laser pointer hitting the officers in the face down here. So it's interesting they came from the opposite direction because they knew there was no barricade there, right? They quickly moved in front of the barricades back here because they were easier to get around. We saw them quickly move around those and establish this front line. So it seems like they're going to press them from behind, back kind of into their own barricade. Seems like the strategy, which seems like it could have easily anticipated. And you can see they're getting hit, this one cop getting hit right in the face with this green laser pointer here. The laser pointer is kind of something that the protesters used to try to...
Oh shit.
That might be going down in Portland.
Make a message to the command center.
I'm watching Sean Gooey. Sean Gooey. And I'm also doing the recap of the day, but Portland's police about to riot, so I can't do the recap. I have to watch this.
So it looks like they're not advancing, they're still giving people plenty of time to leave.
I'm gonna do the recap. The Tampa, apparently some dude tried to run over protesters again, and then the cops arrested somebody trying to get the guy's plate. And that got hit. He got his car hit in Tampa earlier today. I was like, that's all they do is try to run people over and then claim moral superiority. Welcome to America.
That's what they do.
And then the people in CHOP were mad that they want to take down the barricades and shit. They're saying like they just want it so people can come and shoot us easier.
Yeah, it's like that's our cover, bruh.
I watched We Are Change's vid on CHOP around Seattle.
Yeah, how much propaganda was in it?
I mean, it's mostly. I mean, again, it's the ironic shit where it's like, it's the guy that knows about
the guy that claims anarchy. Ain't
yeah,
really
somebody commented that. Somebody should have called him a fake anarchist. And I was like, but it's mostly all. It's just like I said. His stance on the pandemic was was more precautionary, so it riled up his right-wing base. So this issue is an easy dog whistle to keep them in line. Like, that's all it is. He ain't trying to lose his fans. That's what it really seems like. Because all he does is show mainstream news articles, and then interview the dude he interviewed. I shit you not. They had a painted V mask behind the guy that he was interviewing, one of the streamers there that's been there daily. And people in the comment section were shitting on, one guy was like shitting on the V-Mask art. I was like, well, I guess that tells you everything. These people are against V-Mask. The right-wingers are.
Right-wingers are against everything. Hatred.
Right up there by the officers.
Skater dude.
Skating dudes are gonna skate. Let me get on this woke street.
You hear that shit? You hear that shit? Failure to obey police personnel, something in this area.
We got a sign trying to hang up on the radar beam kind of in Portland. Springfield, Oregon with a decent sized turnout. Portland with another good turnout.
Hit him out of nowhere with the shitty commercial.
Here, guys, what's going to change? They come with the National Guards. Nothing. It never changed. We've been through it already. Nothing will change. You feel me? So, what do? We stay our ground. Every day. Do we give up? Everybody, stop. Do we give up any more property to these people? No! Fuck no! No more properties given up.
Okay.
No!
More and more choppers I'll be seeing at the protests
Damn.
lately.
We have these saws.
First and shitting on the cops.
We're bored right now to grab a saw and stop.
More.
This lady yelling gotta realize they don't care about their oath.
Whoa, first of all,
Just a
their oath
bunch
was
of
to
words.
protect and serve. Never said exactly how much they had to protect and serve.
The one
They're
dude,
serving, they're just not protecting everyone.
one dude in chop was like,
It's
"Oh,
not
if the
protecting
cops
the
are here,
servants, oppressing,
you see me, I'm
dominating."
smoking." No, he said, "I'm smoking. They gonna have us stop that or something like that." I was like, "Yeah, fuck the cops. Keep smoking that shit." Are they attacking?
Oh, they moving in. You're not I don't like the look of this at all. I do not like the look of this at all. Here they go.
Whoa, what are they doing? He's
Shoving
trying to
dudes
grab
up.
shit. Typical cop
Yeah.
trying to steal people's property.
Yeah. It's my hippity hoppity. This is not
There it is. He's grabbing the umbrella. There it is.
Yeah.
Typical cops destroying. And then they're
No
arresting
defending
somebody in
against
the
tear
back.
gas.
And there they are, macing people, swinging for the fences.
Oh my
man.
Oh, he's
God,
walking down, he's just, oh, they
Fucking
just destroyed the
psychos.
Oh, he hit him with the, hit him with the umbrella.
See, they take his umbrella. Oh my God.
They're beating people. This is why you gotta hit them hard.
Look, they just aiming the gun at people point blank, probably the rubber bullets.
They
Well, I
destroyed
heard
his
some
umbrella.
pop. Fuck his property, you know. Fuck that.
That's
Fuck
why you
that.
gotta give them more violence. Fuck the police. Give them more violence.
Look at this shit. Destroyed that dude's umbrella for just having an umbrella. Well, I can't
is why
pepper
you
spray
got
you
to
when
do
you
more
got that thing
violence.
out.
I support more violence.
Anyone need medical assistance?
I don't care about medical.
That guy's got a bat. It's gonna turn into an American version of Hong Kong. They're gonna show up with bats and shields and shit over their face, and they gonna go to fuck. Literally, it's just gonna turn into a fucking medieval warfare. Like, they ain't gonna be happy until then.
They love their war.
They ain't gonna be happy till it's two standing armies running at each other with fucking melee weapons. They're not gonna be happy until
Like they're LARPing, Aaron. They're just LARPing.
True.
Look at them pushing, using beat sticks. Oh, this way you gotta get a bunch of people to gonna get their fucking barricade. Keep the police up and hose them down in return. Find a hose and just start hosing them. Like
Whoa,
cleaning
what
the
the
dirt.
fuck? I'm hearing like loud ass bangs, but I can't see anything happening.
I can't see anything either.
She's got one of those X hoodies
those
and
flashbangs,
Trey Stewart
that's
and,
why.
Oh my
and
God,
Springfield.
why are you
People,
doing
holy
flashbangs?
shit.
She's got one of those Black Lives Matter hoodies with the X.
I'd leave stink bombs behind, or I would pull back just to make sure they fuck with the police.
Well, the whole thing, like, what if you're downwind and, you're bringing the cones out?
You got to. Phones need to be used for something.
At this point, it might be safe to assume that secretly Portland has the most racist police department by far.
Who would have known? Who would have thought, you know?
But the fact that they attack protesters every single day kind of tells you that they are.
That's what they
They
love to
probably
do.
get off on it, man. They
Yeah, they
probably
do.
get off on it. It's probably fun to them. I mean,
This
look
is
at
what
this
they
dude
signed up
top-
for. This is what Cossack's
yeah.
dreaming for.
Yeah,
What'd you
look at
expect?
this
He's
dude-
trying to
look
live
at
up
these
to the
dudes in
name
top
Cossack.
left fucking pushing this female that they probably got 50
What do you
pounds
expect? They
on, you
beat their
know?
wives.
And they are. They just
I
keep
know, I mean,
attacking.
you're right.
Aggressively pushing.
These are the same dudes, like, they can beat their wives without batting an eye. You really think they don't care about beating strangers?
No.
Look, that guy fell.
I know. He's getting shoved. Look at this dude.
They're still using beat sticks. Somebody needs to pull a beat stick back on them.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying just hearing fucking
Boom.
flashbangs go off. Like,
like
every
Call
time I
of
hear a
Duty.
flashbang go off, I'm always scared that like, it's not going to be a flashbang.
Some of these
It's
people's
gonna be
cameras are
something lethal.
delayed. They don't care.
They want to hurt people.
So you gotta roll up in their face. You gotta show you're willing to get more violence on them.
That's the police's job to violate your rights.
They don't care about your rights. They care about just suppressing you. They're gonna shoot.
So he shit his pants.
You got poopy in your pants.
Yeah. She is savage. She is no respect.
Dude, fucking DeAndre Marcus looked like a hunter. He looked like the 100 EOD helmet. He got a motherfucker. They hate your. They're the Gestapo. They hate your rights. They took an oath to infringe upon them.
Can't.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say earlier, that Eric Johnson, she's been just mowing people down day after
Sawing
day.
them
She's
down.
been roasting the shit out of the cops. She's awesome.
Yeah, I think they should definitely find the police every time they fuck somebody up.
And like the other thing that was annoying about that We Are Change one is like everybody bitches like about how the CHOP has like some of that our segregation stuff and they have that no recording shit. But remember the government's tried multiple times to make recording illegal, and the government condones segregation in cities of housing districts and shit.
Yeah, that
so
they literally
again,
do it.
if the people do it, it's the worst thing in the world. If the government does it, it's where it needs to be
It's
defended.
just par for the course,
Yeah.
Aaron. It's just par for the
It's
course.
like, so again, no matter what the people do, it doesn't matter. And no matter what the government does, it doesn't matter because the fucking bootlickers are always going to be against freedom and on the side of the government. It's weird. It's so weird. It's like the shit you accusing the protesters of doing is what the state does and is confirmed done for forever.
It is always like super, like just weird, funny, and sad. Like like most of these guys who are bootlickers, like, oh, I'm skeptical of the government, but whenever the government does anything, like they know what they're doing. I trust them.
They even try to be like. They even try to use that shit where they're like, oh, it's just, where they try to like blame black people or something. But when it happens to white people, though, they don't say shit also. So it's like, oh, y'all hypocrites even on that issue.
But I'm good. Injury-wise, no injuries. It just scared me, if anything. It was like getting hit in the face. It was on my leg, but just like...
You see, they ain't got the gas tonight. They just got the beat sticks.
All so many people call them bastards. All these cops are bastards.
I'm worried about getting hit by one of those riots.
You guys worried about the riot sticks.
The police are still removing barriers. Looks like this barrier is
talking?
next.
I don't see the mic. Oh, never mind. Eric Greatwood.
They're not allowed to use mace.
Eric Greatwood.
Well,
that dude's a nice last name.
He said to know how to use mason there. He already used.
Named himself Greatwood. Oh my god, it's great.
I just enjoy how this has been going on for over a month now.
Yep.
And all
people are still against it.
All the mayors and all the council people and all that people, the oversight people of the police have continued. Why the fuck are these people not burning down the houses of every elected official? I'm barely joking. Like,
well, Aaron, that's more so my policy.
I know it's definitely Thomas Jefferson's policy too, but
you're creeping over into tyrant territory, my guy.
But it just kind of blows my fucking mind that they let their elected officials let them get the shit beat out of them, and they continue to leave them as. Remember, just because, like, as the cops beat the shit out of you, that person still is an elected official that's allowing this. Like, it doesn't change. Like. Because the fucking, the engagement has changed. Like, they still are supposed to represent you. They don't. Get rid of them. Did you hear about that St. Louis mayor doxing people? Like, they don't give a shit.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, she was reading emails or something about people, or letters or something about people sending them in, telling her to defund the police and shit, and she'd read their names and where they lived and shit, and the letters. Like, the government absolutely does not care about the people. Like, just zero fucks. And the other joke was
keeping mad close to my territory, man.
And the other joke was these motherfuckers pretend like, it's the Democrat cities. It's the Democrat city. And then the joke should be, it's almost like the Democrats are corrupt. Oh wow, it's almost like the Democrats are corrupt. Oh wow, like it's like these people have zero brains. They'll even say the shit, and they can't put two and two together. Oh, just blame the Democrats. Yeah, all right. Let me know how that goes. So, it must be a nice coincidence that the Democrats are just as corrupt as the Republicans and own all the districts with people that are tired of police violence. What a coincidence.
That's what's up.
Because if they were controlled by Republican districts, I think you'd see more likely a civil war actually legit happen. But now you see the power of the Democratic Party. It's still a dog whistle for most of the protesters. They don't even realize. Because if they looked at the Democratic Party the same way as the founding fathers looked at the British as British, we'd be in a completely different situation. But they still they look at the Gestapo like they're starting to get it when they all the anti-cop shit. But they gotta put two and two together with the people above the cops too. Like
they won't, because it's too much of a change for them. They can't see the world without oppression. And that's the real sad part. They wouldn't know what to do if having cops as a constant threat in everyday life wasn't a thing. Because to them, they think having a threat of getting your shit kicked in every day keeps you in line. you know, and like that's okay to them. That makes sense. So, you know, put this in an easier to digest form. Whenever General Tarkin from Star Wars, or Grand Moff Tarkin, whenever he's like, "Oh, let's blow up a planet," you know, and commit a genocide of a planet and all these people, and he's like, and someone asked why, and he's like, "Fear is going to keep the rest of the galaxy in line." You know what happened? You know, the rebellion happened. So, you know, it doesn't have to be like this, but I think people are either too dumb or too scared to hope for and think of a better future. Oh, and they're moving the barricades.
Oh, here we go. They're stealing the barricades. Thieves.
Oh, dude, people just cussing non-stop. Like it. None of these people want to support the beliefs, so not that good.
Do you think the cops think they're on like the right side? You know, like, do you think like they silently know what they're that what they're doing is wrong, but they're just, oh my gosh, he's just pointing guns at people.
Based on everything,
like they know it, but like they just do it for the paycheck because they don't know what else to do in the situation.
No, based on everything I've learned about war and hate, oppression, and shit, I think at a certain point, just like the recognized something, they become numb to it and accept the fact. I mean, like I said, like you are violently attacking people. Like that goes against the core principles of pacifism, and all the logic that supports it. So they're the bad guys. I don't care whether they realize it or not. They know it. They subconsciously know it. That's why they beat the shit out of their wives and shit. Like they know it. They know it one way or the other way. That's why they have to join. That's why they have to cover their badges and join secret racist cults and shit. Because they know they're fucked in life and they're hated by absolutely everybody. And the only place that they can be consoled and confided in is in oppression cults, like the police or the. That's why they're all there.
Soul just went by me. He's doing all right.
So many Portland camps. So many. I got 7 Portland camps, plus 1 not up yet, and a Springfield camp. So what those bastards... So those bastards just come in and beat the shit out of people and kind of like attack them? You know, they're just standing around, or are they waiting to assault more people?
They're probably waiting to assault more.
I like how good, like legally and everything, like they just show up, they run at people, attack them chemically and physically, and they're the people on the side of the law. You can't make that up. You can't.
I'm doing good, hanging in there.
Dystopian future sucks.
Somebody needs to troll and bring like a fucking, like a prop version of the Twin Towers and let the cops show up and beat the shit out of it and see if the fuck. See, now they're running away. Like, oh, they get shit thrown at them, karma. See, that's what they do. They show up, they beat the shit out of them, they chemically assault people and arrest a couple, and then that's exactly what thugs, terrorists, Gestapo, that is exactly what the playbook is from fascism and evil. It's the same shit every time.
Yep.
And they do this every night. It's the same tactics. They're a criminal organization within the midst of the country. You know, they're like, oh, should Antifa be a terrorist org? At this point, it's obvious the cops are a terrorist organization based on their tactics.
Oh, I did. I accepted it. Yeah.
Like, this shit is disgusting.
Awesome. Well, thanks for saying hi. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. I remember you were with somebody else though, right? Oh, I didn't. Did you like do your hair or something? No?
Springfield got a bike squad going. Let's go. Doggo.
It's dog alert.
Dog alert. Oh, there they go. They want to attack people right off the bat. Look at them. They like, like, give me a reason to fucking bash your head open. I fucking dare you. You see all the women on the front line again. You see that one chick was wearing like body armor. I was like, damn. Look at badass. That Springfield line is cool as fuck. Do you see that? The bike squad. They learned from the Seattle facts.
Their elite bike unit.
One 312 on a moose statue.
1, 2, 1, 2. Think they're gonna tear down the deer statue?
I was reading some article about. It didn't state like how much danger is in, but they were talking about a John Brown Bell memorial thing. I was like, oh damn! I was like, don't tear that down.
Fucking audio is fucking up on the stream.
I'll go there and defend the John Brown statue. Fuck that.
Whoa, no. If anything, Aaron, I have learned with you is to never let you have a weapon. It's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah.
At that point, you don't hesitate.
Like,
all
and
your hesitating's done.
And the worst part was, and I didn't know this. Apparently, according to that article, it said that John Brown, when he was captured and killed, it was by General Lee. So my hatred towards the Confederacy just rose like 60-fold. So any Confederate flag motherfucker is now the enemy. Once I learned about who captured John Brown, I was like, all right, just so we clear.
Maybe that's the reason why Robert Lee didn't want the statues built in his name.
You wanna know my two favorite historical people, John Brown and JFK. Politics, pacifism, and fucking killing slave owners. What more do you need? Shoot, I'm already at 32 minutes. I gotta keep scrolling. Let me know if anything happens. I gotta keep scrolling through today and try to see what happened. They had protests at Tampa, Columbus, Austin, Washington, Aurora, Milwaukee. Frank Nitti was back out in Milwaukee. Shout out. Oh, they're talking shit. His mic falling apart.
Fuck it. Yeah, it's cracking at the seams. Yeah. Even the mic is like, I don't want to listen to your bullshit.
I guess your corporate fascism isn't as high quality products as you hope.
Yeah, doggo there in the bottom right.
Springfield, Oregon.
The fuck is that big ass thing? Oh, they're stealing the fucking barricades on truck.
No barricades for you.
Assholes.
No more cover. We're taking the cover away.
Olympia, Washington. Nice ass mic in Milwaukee. Columbus asshole department. Earlier today. Towing something. I don't know if that's like an unmarked cop car, or if that's just a civilian car.
It's unmarked cop car should be fucking illegal.
It's
But,
getting
you know,
towed.
it's the whole joke.
But it's like the same Ford, whatever model SUV that you normally have. It's that, just with a silver color and no distinct markings on it. So those are usually probably cops. And real basic ass rims on it, nothing special. But so I can't tell. I just want to know if they're doing that thing they did in New York and they're towing fucking police vehicles. But it doesn't look like that. I have no idea. Like, all the fucking tow trucks are leaving now. From earlier today. He said you can't change a corrupt system.
The corrupt system from the inside, gotta be from the outside. Tell that to Bernie. Tell that to Bernie.
It corrupted him.
It was the compromise.
That was the police state. He's back. Got a short cop there next to the huge cop. That look. Frank Nitty taking pictures and shit. People love him there. Like, the best comment section I've had is that Milwaukee one and shit, where like people caring about the city and shit, and there's some people talking about Frank Nitty. And dumb motherfucker. Dumb motherfuckers is the worst kind of motherfuckers.
No, those worse than a dumbass motherfucker. What do you think these dudes who say people wear masks are cowards when they see the precious police force wearing the mask, you know? Wear like the fucking ski mask shit that like covers like it's like a hood and like covers like their mouth and nose a little bit.
I still said the best part is like we live in a police state with facial recognitions and the right wingers are anti-mask. It truly tells you that their code is being written by the CIA and they don't have free thought.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't care who you are. You should be pro-mask for any reason.
Oh yeah.
You learn that.
That's why I keep wearing my shit. That's why I keep wearing my shit, man.
You learn about the ski mask way. You learn about the V mask way. You learn about fucking how to rob a bank. You need a mask. Like anything you learn, it's always pro-mask. You learn about facial recognitions and its weaknesses. You learn about masks. Like everything in the history has always told you masks are always good. They've never been bad. Virus comes out, right wingers are anti-mask. That tells you everything. Yeah. That tells you everything.
Yeah, I want to spread the virus. That way we all have it and we're all united. If one person in the United States had a virus, we all had a virus. I'll tell you what.
What the fuck's happening now? Why they running away like pussies while they attacking people? What the fuck? Are they throwing it back? It looks like they. I can't tell what's.
I hope so. Yeah, it's like the camera shaking and shit. Be quiet now.
Shit. I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe they're covering their retreat, I guess. Yeah, kick it. Yeah. Yeah, kick them. So can you not grab those? Are those too hot or might explode or something?
They might be too hot to grab.
Yeah, because I don't see people often grab them. Yeah. I figured that was why. Oh, Chucker, dude. There's just smokes. They are just covering their retreat. They just want to steal their fucking fences and shit. They're holding that lady back from beating the shit out of people or something. They're holding that guy back from beating the shit out of people. He's chucking shit.
He had enough. He's like, I've had enough of this bullshit. I ain't getting tear gas no more.
Well, he's just dumping. Now they falling back. He's just chucking shit. That might have been the replay. It's hard to tell the sync of the audio or the sync of the vids. He picked up. There it is. There's the rubber bullets from Cheeto Cam. There's some paint on the ground because they're trying to paint people with markings. They're just fucking attacking and running away.
Like the pussies they are.
Chucking a water bottle, not even close. That was a shit throw. Chucker, dude. Not even close. No arm ass motherfuckers. Another throw. Not even close. Another throw. Not even close, probably. I can't see.
These dudes
no
they
arm.
play catch with their dads growing up. Never play football, you know, never.
No
never
arm.
How to throw. No arms.
No arm ass motherfuckers.
I don't want
There's
them on my
shit all
Madden
over the
roster.
ground. Canisters and shit on that.
It's in the canister. What do you think would happen if someone like reverse engineered some tear gas and then just start tear gassing the police?
Man, they get hit
You
for
know,
a
it's
war
like,
crime.
oh,
you
like-
know, they'd get hit
Yeah,
for a war
dude,
crime.
yeah, dudes would definitely be
Like if they
charged
threw
with
a tear gas, if they shot it into the police precinct while they were all dicking
Yeah.
around, they'd get hit with a war crime. No doubt. No doubt. They'd probably get the fucking death penalty.
Probably would.
They probably would.
Hell, they wouldn't even need the death penalty. The cops would come out
Yeah.
blasting everybody in sight.
They'd hunt him down and hang him.
Process. Yeah, they're gonna go hang him and say it was a suicide. I really dig the marching drums. You know?
It's another streamer. It's actually not a body cam. Oh, got it. Portland Police doesn't wear body cams. There's no funding for it because the pilot program got cut. Yep, I got you. Portland Police. There's actually a lot of police officers that I found a fucking cowbell with no dinger, and I want to find a munition to put it in as the dinger. Eat a dick!
Bring out the dildos.
Yeah, see how
Yo, follow the idea what Antonio Brown did. Just throw a bag of dicks up there.
You crusty asshole. That's nasty as shit.
Eat a crusty festival asshole!
That's nasty as shit.
I told you she's just the shit.
I know it's hard to do in the moment, but when they tear gas you, breathe as slowly as you can through your nose and out your mouth.
Back to Eric Greatwood.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. Officers has observed people in the area of Southwest 2, Southwest Main, throwing rocks and bottles at officers.
Well, y'all throwing smoke, rubber bullets, people beating people with clubs and
There you
arresting
go.
people.
They claiming rocks and water bottles. Here
Yep.
come the shots.
They scared of water bottle. Maybe y'all should just leave then if you're tired of getting shit thrown
I know
at
if
you.
you're so fucking scared.
Yeah,
just
if you're
leave.
scared. Maybe you shouldn't run up and attack people as a way to cool shit down. Maybe that's not the most logical thing, but you know, these people are dumb, so.
Man, let's all just
On
sit down
purpose.
and have a drink. Let's have a beer together. Some shit.
Coffee beer. Rocks and bottles. I can't believe they say bottles with a straight face. They got all that gear on it. They're afraid of bottles. Again, I don't think these motherfuckers like have ever thrown a bottle in their life or something, but like, they're pussies. Let me know if anything changes. I'm gonna keep going through the feed. So Austin's been going out heavy. Shout out to them. Or no? Concrete Reporting's in NYC. Wasn't he in Seattle recently?
Wait, who?
That Concrete Reporting. He was in Seattle for a while, but now he's in New York earlier today.
Oh, maybe he got a little news network forming. He was like, yo, I'll give you my moniker and you I'll give you my code name and you go report on the street.
It's possible too. That's what Status Coop did or does sometimes.
I mean, hell, that's what Luke used to do. He said just dudes everywhere. Like no matter what happened, it was like we got dudes on the ground, we got live video, we got dudes on the ground interviewing other dudes.
He's right-wing news though. He'll get beat up. He gonna be spinning it for the state. The people ain't gonna be happy.
What is this? Oh, I accidentally clicked on the Twitter video.
Criminal behavior. You guys are the ones doing the criminal behavior. Hope y'all start arresting yourself. They were protesting in Washington through a mall, it looks like, earlier today. In Florida, Tampa, they're banging on, I don't know if it's a bank or a restaurant or what, or the police station, but they're banging on a whole bunch of doors there. Des Moines got the fucking Rainbow Six Siege Riot Shield recruit squad again blocking the traffic, and protesters are on the other side. Got the Gestapo police force in Austin. Operator. How many assholes does it take to suppress the people? Apparently a lot. Wow. And like literally at the point I'm recording this, you have a police standoff in Aurora, you have a police standoff in Austin, you have a police standoff in Des Moines, you have a police well, I don't know about Tampa. But currently, also, if we factor in live, you have a police standoff in Portland and in, like, you want to know the real issue? That's the real issue. Like, it's crazy. Like, you got the fucking abusers there. Like, this guy's got a fucking pepper spray in his hand ready. Like, that's the type of psychos these people
keep that motherfucking thing on them. You know? That's what they do.
Yeah, can't keep their hand on their fucking holster, so they got to hold on to pepper spray or whatever else to make them feel safe because they're scared.
Like, guys, I need something with a trigger, you know? Oh, some interesting thing happened. So, you know how, like, my shop, they have been, like, our lieutenant, like, our commander, he has been,
V-Mask, Des Moines. Sorry, go ahead. That's what I like to see. I think somebody said something to him. He shook his head. Oh, my God, I love it. Ah. Go ahead.
My commander has been very vocal about the fact, like, hey, you guys can still protest, you can still support, you know, whatever you want and everything. And he was like, if you have any questions about anything about dealing with the current situation, he's like, come ask. And so basically, I read up the chain of command. I was like, yo, if I go to a protest and I end up getting arrested off some bullshit, like some false charges, and like they release me in a day or two, you know, what are the consequences for that? And basically what he told me is like, you will be accounted as AWOL, and whenever you get back, you will be charged as such. And I was like, you guys
well, then they don't support you.
Fags. Yeah, I was like, you don't support it then. Yeah, that's literally what I took
Well,
away
you
from
should
like,
get it in writing that he says they support you, and ask for that in writing. See what he says.
You know he won't.
No, just saying the fact what he said he'd support you, not the part where he's hypocritical, just the part, and see if he'll give you that, because that's his news. Because if he can give you that, then that's some type of president that we all know the government lies, but it's just funny to prove. It's just funny to prove. Like, we support you, except we don't.
Yeah, cause I told him, I was like, so I could just be peacefully protesting, you know, I can be just saying, you know, fuck 12, and everything, and then some cop comes in, beats me with a bat, and arrests me for like 2-3 days, and you're telling me after that, and after I get arrested for using the First Amendment, you're telling me I will get charged as going AWOL and probably sent to prison for it by the military.
I guess you could see why serving isn't really an honor after all.
Yeah, like it's just some bullshit.
They're not honored to have you there, and you shouldn't feel honored to be there. There was a doggo laying down, wherever it was. I get worried when I see cops talking to people at this point because of propaganda.
They gotta spread that propaganda.
So I wish I was there just for mainly that, because I would shit on their propaganda so easily.
No peace. Take it to the streets to fund the police. No justice. No
New
peace.
Orleans had a protest earlier today. Little Rock, Arkansas. Louisville is
Why do you
always.
say Arkansas, not Arkansas?
Because it's literally Arkansas. It's R and then Kansas. So I'm calling it.
I know.
Because people want to name states like lazy fucks. North and South Dakota, West and Normal Virginia, North and South Carolina, New Mexico and Old Mexico, and fucking Kansas and Arkansas, and Kansas City is in the state Missouri. Not like so they can all go fuck themselves. Not to mention all the cities being named after Indians or Mexicans and shit, and then they weren't allowed to stay in the country. Like this whole country's founded on fucking backwards ass logic.
Spaghetti court, man.
You know,
it's all spaghetti court.
Columbus, Ohio. They named after Columbus. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that came from anywhere else. And then you got fucking Washington D.C. is now home of tyrants year after year. I'm like, that's cool. Like none of these names mean shit. They're all assholes.
All assholes.
Look at these people turning up in New York. Boom, they dancing. Boom. They love dancing. So do you feel like here's something I thought about a little bit in the back of my mind. Do you feel like how like white people came out and supported black people somewhat in a lot of the other civil rights eras, and how in the modern era though you're seeing like white people out balls deep out supporting Black Lives Matter like everywhere?
I mean, I think it's just universally accepted. It's
The
like,
continuation of progress. Sorry.
Yeah, it's continuation of progress, and I think anyone with brain cells is like, damn, you know, you see one dude getting jumped by 4 dudes with bats and guns and shit. You know, I don't think anyone's, you know, I think anybody who sees that shit is just like, bruh, what the fuck did he even do? You know, and then when you realize like, oh, he ran a stop sign, or oh, he did literally nothing. He was just standing there, and they felt super threatened by that. I think anyone with fucking brain cells would be like, oh yeah, this ain't right. This is completely ass backwards and wrong.
What'd that guy say?
Basically, like, we appreciate everybody that's coming out to help.
Yeah, see?
We appreciate everyone that's here for the movement.
Can't be stationary in a movement. What's going on in Portland? Anything changed? I updated OBS and now it's got like a dark mode skin. You mentioned it.
Good.
I mean, dark skins and shit. There, I got one though. I actually like it though. You're talking about the National Lawyers Guild, I think. So that was the other thing. It's so good to see so many different green hats and the blue vests of ACLU and all these other lawyer agencies and shit. Heavy on and observers, heavy on the witness in the protests too. Now, Teeps is showing some type of either rubber bullet or pill capsule that dispersed something, or tracer marking around. So one of those. See, there's green hats right there. Little bit some Teeps. I'm getting close to an hour. You got any final thoughts? Got 3 minutes. No? Good answer.
Oh, I'm just baffled. Also, I feel kind of sick right now. But
Whoa.
it's whatever.
All that drinking.
That's a weird mask in like the fucking middle right. But
Why?
it's whatever.
Oh, I
This
missed
look-
it.
this
Looks like
look-
a guy walking around with some pancakes or something. You see that? What's in that?
Yeah,
What's in that?
exactly.
What's my dude?
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Alright, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching, everybody that watches. Fuck you to all the people that don't watch. You see that bike with the LEDs and shit? That's some Linus Tech Tips type shit.
Speaking of Linus Tech Tips, finished the PC, booted it up.
About time.
And it ran. What do I do after I built it? I didn't.
Hang
look
on,
up
let me
video
stop the
about that.
recording real quick.
Oh, okay.